Poetry's integrated into every aspect of my life, kind of. So you can always fit lyrics to the rhythm, your heartbeat. If you have a certain kind of style that you like, a stanza, like I mentioned before, haiku or whatever, you can integrate that into songwriting.
I have been writing since I was 8, and I'm 42 now, so it's been quite some time. I found I could do it at an early age, and it's basically the only thing that has really kept my attention thus far.
I work in an electron microscope lab looking at plasticized human tissue for the purposes of understanding what clinical disease process is occurring in the biological specimen of the patient. And yeah, dedicated hospital worker by day and poet by night.
I am not a full-time writer. I am a director of literary arts at the Banff Centre, so I have a busy curatorial and administrative job. Yeah, well, by accident, when I was a young man, after an afternoon spent with a young woman, I went home, thought I was so full of emotion, I thought I have to do so I have to do something. So I wrote something down, and it looked like a poem.
The ability to express yourself through language, and not in a long-winded way, which isn't to say that all fiction is long-winded. It's just that just the emotional levels and the intricacy of just a few words and how they can paint a picture, to me, has always been the real high, the real kicker.
Poetry is in everything that we do and everything that we see. You know, it just takes the eye to see it or hear it, you know, or your ear to hear it. You know, everybody has their own opinion on what poetry is. Poetry to me is a conveyed message with meaning. It can be an eloquent speech. It can be a well-written paper. It can be a well-composed song. To each their own. Poetry is made to be molded and taken on from everybody's ambiguous view. This is how I feel. This is how you interpret it. That's how I feel about that.
For the larger community, you know, still poetry is a kind of a strange, mysterious, mystical thing, and there are a lot of other things competing for people's attention. You know, like hockey games and stampedes and dating and, you know, all that sort of stuff. But so it's real devotees who create a poetry community.
Maybe the job of the Calgary poet, specifically the Calgary poet, is to alert people, not alert, but to help people see that there is a great, wonderful story under the ground we walk on all the time. People talking about what Calgary poets are talking about and writing about. That's what I want. You know, I want people interested in this place, not in New York, not in Paris. I want people interested in this place and celebrating this place.